Okay, here I am. Um, Edwina Oliver here. Good morning. It's July 2nd. This is my second take because my baby started crying. So, I just want to touch on a little bit of some financial literacy, just some food for thought. Um, I am currently in the process of my journey. I'll be taking my exam again next week. I feel it's all part of the journey, everything that's happened so far. So I'm going with it with grace. And I know that it's all for the better. And everything happens for a reason. So moving on. If you are in a place in your life right now that you kind of feel stuck and you really enjoy working with people, maybe you're a waitress or in some kind of customer service or hospitality, um, or maybe you're in sales. Um, if you've never thought about financial services, you might want to. And you can hit me in my comments or go to my Success with Edwina Facebook page or my Edwina Deneen Oliver Facebook page and always send me a message. Even if you're just looking to add extra income or replace income in case of the unexpected loss of a loved one, create an inheritance for your heirs. That is super important. People are not thinking about that today. Your Social Security benefits, your 401k that's with your 9 to 5 job, like you really should look at it, see what it is, because you're on a group policy. Just see, I'm sure that it's a good one, but I'm sure that there's holes and gaps that need to be filled. A lot of people aren't confident in their current financial situation either. So a lot of people don't have adequate life insurance coverage. It's not enough. Um, it may only cover burial. There's also estate taxes that come with you. Believe it or not, if you're 65 plus and you've had any surgical procedures, just an FYI, even if you have supplemental insurance, they charge your Medicare Part A first, and they do recoup for hospital stays and care from you when you pass from that. So just a little FYI. If you want more information about that, please send me an email. If you're 65 plus, you can go through HiCap and receive as much information as you need on Medicare. Please look into that. HiCap, Medicare, Part A. B, C, and D. They're all important. All supplemental gap. So, just wanted to open up the thought process for anybody that's my age, 39, 35, 30s, 20s would be best. What does your retirement look like? It sounds daunting because everybody's like, save for your retirement. And you're like, save, I'm trying to live, especially in today's economy, right? Especially if you're in California. Okay. Just trying to say to you. Um, you've got to start thinking investments, return on investment. Sure, you can put $57 aside every month if you want to, or you can invest in an insurance policy. And there's many different policies to invest in. And please hit me in the comments. If you have any questions, I will get you all the information you need. because a lot of people, especially in our African American community, a lot of us are starting to be entrepreneurs and hustle. So there isn't going to be a company that backs you with a 401k. Even still, if you were to lose your job tomorrow and you've been paying for, let's say you've been at a job for 10 years, you've been paying into that 401k, you know you got to roll it over into something else. And then their contribution has stopped. So it's your contribution that remains, yes. But look into the details, look into the deets. It doesn't work as well as you might want it to. You're going to need something else. And with the rising inflation, without income matching, you're going to need to have many hustles to save enough money. You're going to need to have some millions in the bank to have a successful retirement. And you're not going to get that with Social Security. You're not going to get that with your company's 401k. Period, point blank. So we can have a more further conversation another time, but I just want everybody to kind of soak this in for a minute. So just to start thinking about it, you know? Sorry, I'm not trying to flash you with my little pancakes. What else do I want to tell you? You know, one of the goals to the company that I work for is to create generations of people who know how to better manage and protect their money. And to be successful, you do need to know how to save. You do need to know how to make proper decisions with your money that isn't going to cause you to be in trouble later. I know a lot of people out there are renting, and you find solace in that and some sort of comfort. But you're going to have to pay your money to somebody regardless. And you can pay your money to a middle person, or you can make sure that you have a return on your investment. Okay? What that means. What are you getting out of renting? You have a whole roof over your head, sure. But really, what are you getting? In the long run, can you leave that rented home to your children? No, you cannot. As a matter of fact, that would be the first thing to go if something was to happen to you. And I don't want to be morbid. I just want people to start to think a little bit about where we're at. As the working class people, where are you at? You know what I mean? Don't think of being that consumerism that someone's going to figure it out for you. Time moves quickly and it waits for no one. You got to be on top of your shit now. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be. You have to be thinking ahead. If you drive your car a lot, then you know that you need to be looking into your oil changes a little sooner. Making sure, open that hood. Make sure you've got coolant in your antifreeze department. Make sure that your oil isn't low. Look at it yourself. Don't trust the dashboard to tell you everything. No. Especially if you're driving your kids around in that car. You smell burning hot. You know what I mean? Pay attention. Same thing with your money and your retirement. Anything can happen. Oh my goodness. The way people are driving around these days, like a bunch of crazy people, God forbid, anything can happen. You know? So you want to be ready to protect your family, protect what you've been working for. You get up every day, go to work. You spend more time at work than you do in the place that you pay all this money to. Think about that. Return on your investment. What's that rented house going to provide for you in terms of equity when the time comes? You won't have it. You understand what I'm saying? So think about think about the future, what you start setting things up for yourself as an adult, as a young person coming into the world. Everybody wants to push you college, 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 and you start taking out these grants, and the college is going to be quick to give you Pell Grants, and those are, you don't have to pay back, but the loans, Stafford loans, they have a wicked percent APR that just is going to destroy you. It'll be daunting to try to keep up on top of that. So think about what you want to be passionate about before acquiring a bunch of debt for some math classes. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to drop a little think bomb and let everybody kind of wake up this July 2nd and think about, what their next 10 years is going to look like. Live in the moment, of course. Absorb it, but definitely take the time to think about where you're going to be, what's it going to look like, and how you're working today is going to benefit you in the long run without necessarily depending upon your job's retirement. What do you have put aside for your retirement? What do you have going? You know what I mean? And a savings account is fabulous. Please start there. But you also want something to build. You also want a return on investment. You also want an insurance policy. You want your family taken care of. You want there to be an estate. You want whatever bills that you have over your head, car payments that you've got to be paid for. That car to be able to be kept by your children, your family, by your spouse. The last thing you want them to be dealing with on top of the grief is financial hardship. You know what I mean? That's enough to break somebody. So let's think ahead. Think of the children. You want your children to turn 25 years old and be struggling just as much as you are? Hustling. You're helping them here and there, but nothing significant enough that they could start their own business. Let's think ahead. We have to start thinking again. We have to start having these conversations. We can't just, fake it till we make it, because faking it till you make it doesn't make sure that you have an adequate inheritance for your children, an adequate safety net. Okay? Everybody, it's a new moon. Ask for it is what you want and align yourself with what you want, and you will get it. Take care. Please hit me in the comments with any questions. All questions are free. All right, you guys, take care.